1. Okay, welcome back, everyone. I'm here with Jay. Jay, welcome.
All right, it's good to be here.
Awesome. Jump in anytime, Jay. And we're going to go into the details of step 1 of solution 1, 2, 3. Step 1 is the eradication of prohibition. The way that we're going to drive the eradication of prohibition, see, we can't talk about step 1 without also talking about step 2, which is the eradication of hunger, because the profits from the cannabis and hemp industry will be channeled to eradicating hunger worldwide. So how are we going to do that? We're going to do that by promoting a standard, which is the ECO standard, ICCCO, ICCCO.org for more information. And that is a standard which includes, but is not limited to, the Newman's Own practice of contributing 100% of after-tax profits to charity. So the way I like to think about this is basically the businesses that participate in this eco standard would pay all their employees, their management, good wages and benefits, and pay their suppliers on time and all that good stuff. And at the end of the day, after all bills are paid and everyone's taken care of, then the surplus profit, which would normally go in the form of dividends to wealthy shareholders, would instead go to eradicating hunger.
Right. Yeah. So basically, you're talking about companies that want to promote a compassionate vision of the world, where they actually take care of their employees well. Their supply chain is clean and green, and then they are committed to making a difference with their profits in the world, and versus just lining the pockets of the shareholders. That's what I got.
Exactly. And as you'll see in some of the detailed presentations within step 3, on the step 3 has its own web page of solution 1, 2, 3. You'll see exactly how we develop that. How there's 3 main pillars, which are, as Jay mentioned, all profits to eradicating hunger, socially transformational, not just socially responsible, but socially transformational. And there's a big difference. And likewise, the 3rd pillar is environmentally transformational. So, environmentally.
For the cannabis and hemp industry, then the organization that's going to maintain that certification standard is going to be ECO, right? ICCCO.org, right? That's correct?
That's right. Exactly. Well, that's the present plan for it. Now we might have to create. ECO is a Washington State organization. We might have to create separate organizations for the states of California, Oregon, other countries. So that's kind of TBD. But that's basically the idea, that ECO is the organization that develops and maintains and promulgates the standard, the ECO standard, resting on those 3 pillars. Great. And the thing is, when else in history have you seen an opportunity to take 2 major issues, prohibition, right, and hunger, and basically combine the 2 in a really kind of funky way, and click, click, poof, they mutually annihilate.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, what? Did we just create like an atom bomb of love or something? So to speak, you set this thing off and it just has loving, positive benefits anywhere you look. Whew, right? So steps 1 and 2 together combine this, to form this atom bomb of love. Let's think of a better analogy, because atom bomb has no, seriously, yeah, I apologize for that, but it's
well, it's a solution that you could say, well, is an explosion of love and caring in the world, and something that even saying the word explosion might set some people off, but my point being that it's just it's a sudden increase. It's a big inflation. It's sort of like the Big Bang in a way, where things are going to shift faster than people can really necessarily imagine that they would, by the the bringing together of these two issues and resolving them simultaneously. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. Yeah, really well said, Jay. So it's going to be, it's the story itself of this idea of bringing these two issues together and creating essentially a whole new sector of the economy, which I refer to as the compassionate sector, is just one heck of a story, particularly when you then take it on to step 3, which extends it throughout the rest of the industries comprising the global economy, so that you actually transform the entire global economy to be a compassionate economy, right?
Yeah, and what's great about it too is that the we don't even really need everybody to participate, right? We just need we need people, we need organizations that think it's a great idea and want to participate, and we go out and find them, and also find ways to show them and lead them into seeing the benefits of being a certified compassionate company. So that's that's all, but we don't need everybody. We just need the people who really want to play.
Yeah, very well said. In fact, in terms of people who want to play, let's say you have a family business that's chugging along, and maybe it's making just a small profit, right? By going compassionate, they have the opportunity to become a very well-known, and yes, controversial, because the whole concept of a compassionate economy and eradicating hunger. I mean, there are people going to be opposed to that, right? As we mentioned in the previous video, but the
well, it's going to become one of those things that consumers see as desirable, kind of like right now the way people view organic food. There are a lot of people who prefer to buy organic over anything else because they feel like it's for them it's the right choice, even though they may pay a little bit of a premium for it. It's to them it's the right choice because it's healthier and they want to know more about what they're putting in their bodies. So it's the same kind of thing, right? There are going to be consumers, and it eventually has to be a consumer driven or picked up by consumers and then driven by consumers to participate in the economy where they're voting with their dollars how they want to see them make a difference in the world with the products they buy. I think that made sense.
Total sense. Well said, Jay. And the company that's going to lead the charge for the cannabis and hemp industry will be Sato Hemp, and we're going to let the Satos speak for themselves in terms of a way of a formal introduction. We do go into some detail about Sato Hemp in step 3, which we'll get to shortly. All right. Well, anything else on? Oh, you had the question about the motivation of companies. So we touched on that, but just to make it even more explicit. So this family-owned business, a hypothetical family-owned business that decides to go compassionate and get eco-certified, like Sato Hemp, for example, goes from having good market share for hemp apparel in Japan to having huge market share for hemp apparel around the world. It becomes the first internationally known brand of hemp apparel. So that's the big benefit for Sato Hemp, is that they get to lead the way, and they have just hearts of gold. They have incredible integrity and vision, and they're co-pioneering with us all these standards and the whole vision and model of a compassionate economy. So anyway, much more to say about them, and they'll be joining us here soon. So we'll keep you posted on the blog. And you'll see, I mean, what motivation? I mean, this is an opportunity to lead entire categories, or in some cases lead entire industries towards a compassionate path. What a way to leave a mark. What a way to leave a legacy. Any other, before, go ahead, Jay, thanks. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just saying, absolutely. That's exactly how I see it, is that, and this is something that I think is going to appeal, especially to the younger generations of today, who are certainly very, very interested in working for companies that and having jobs or having businesses themselves that that are making a difference some way in the world, that aren't just using up the world, that aren't causing it to be a worse place to live in, but are actually causing it to be a better place. And so, you know, I think that you'll see a flood of young entrepreneurs and companies led by the younger generations wanting to get on board and do this as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. Awesome. Well, let's and the Sato hemp is a perfect example of that. I mean, they're friends and admirers of Sato hemp and the Satos, who are like, I would work for you guys in a heartbeat for, you know, less pay than what I'm getting now, and I mean, because they're so passionate about it. Alrighty. So we wrap this one, and then we'll see you on the next one, which is the introduction to step 2 of solution 1, 2, 3. Sound good? All right. Thanks, Jay. Thanks, everyone.